Okay. I'm live now. I turned on Twitch. It says that I'm streaming on Twitch, and now that I'm streaming on YouTube as well. So what does Twitch say? It has the correct title. It shows me being me right now. YouTube live streaming dashboard. Dismiss. Go to your channel. Create, go live. It says I am live. Okay, cool. I think I'm live on both platforms. I'm raising my hand now. I see it on Twitch. I don't see it on YouTube yet, but I'm not live on, okay. I do see it on YouTube now. Okay, so I have, I think, everything I want. Now I just want a screen projector on this monitor so I can see my own stream, including chat, without any shenanigans. Can I pull this out of my description and change it to public? Okay, I may have just taken myself down on YouTube. Okay, Restream said that I went down on both platforms for a second. Ah, this is stressful, dude. Tifo's live. God, I have no idea what I'm doing. I think I'm still live on YouTube. I don't think it took me down. Test. Okay, now type it in. Oh God, no. Turn that shit off. No, that message relay shit is shit. I don't like that at all, brother. Settings, bot, relay mode, off. Do I have to save this anywhere? I don't know. If I type test in here, will it show up in YouTube? I don't know. I don't know. Another test. Okay, so my chats can talk to one another. I think that another test. Oh, it took a second, but we see it now. Hey, Mom. Thank you. I did not expect you to get a notification for this. Happy New Year. I should have made a new channel. This was my New Year's resolution. Cool. Okay, so that means that I work and I am publicly available. Oh, I'm terrified. Okay. I'm gonna drink my Coke now. Go Ducks! I think that's Oregon. We love Oregon. Cool. Yeah, go Ducks. I am going to shoot circles for a little bit and then do typing tests because I want to stream every day this year and get better at shooting and typing. So by the end of this year, I will have a full journey of where I started and where I ended. So we're going to do that. And hopefully it goes well. And hopefully I'm not still in iron by the end of this year. So I started, I don't have audio. This is bad. Wait, I do have audio. Why does this sound better than my audio usually does? I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to start it. Exit the menu, yes. Wait, no, and it's back to, this is a nightmare. How do I add an audio? This is disgusting. Desktop audio is active. It doesn't let me balance it. Audio monitoring, monitor and output. That, I thought that would be the setting. It's not the right setting. Okay, shoot. This is tough. I genuinely have no idea how to add an audio track. God, I was so close, and I so didn't think that this would be a problem. Shoot. Okay, add source, game capture, aim labs. It's not how you spell aim. Aim labs. Yeah, we'll just capture any full screen application. Capture audio beta. Why is audio in beta and why? This is ridiculous. Goodness gracious. Okay. I no longer know where I'm clicking or what I'm doing. No, that audio does not come through. What just happened? Oh. Aim labs happened. I hit it under the rest of the screen. And we now have audio. Wow, that was really bad, but it works. No, it doesn't, because, okay. Alright, okay. Can I capture? You know what? We're gonna do, no. What? Where did aim labs go? Aim labs. Okay, I have a solution for this. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. Okay, full screen exclusive, full screen window. Phenomenal application. Okay. So it's full screen. And wait, did I nail that? Oh my god. Okay, cool. Sweet. So now I can turn off main monitor and we only see aim labs. Actually, I can do either one at this point, can't I? No, yeah, I would turn off main monitor, and we only do... Okay, fine, I'll leave main monitor on. The point is, we should have audio now. And I absolutely should have tested this prior to the stream. But we fixed it. I don't want to exit aim line. I want to exit settings back. Okay, cool. So here's where I am right now, right? In preparation for this endeavor, I went and I did some basic just benchmarks a few days ago. I'm saying in my intro. Okay. This is what's actually going to be in the intro, right? This is going to go on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. So, here, a couple days ago, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, right? And I play with a mouse sometimes, I play with a controller sometimes, and my aim is kind of shaky. It's also kind of the most important thing in that video game. Where anything when you're shooting people, you gotta aim well, right? So I booted up Aim Labs, and I was like, hey, I wonder how good I am. So I opened some benchmarks, and it turns out that the answer is I'm not. I placed Iron 1. I did like all of these benchmarks once, except I maybe did one of these flicks twice because I enjoy flicking. And then I got confused about the difference between entry and intermediate, so I went and I did one intermediate test. And honestly, that didn't resolve any of my questions. I still don't know what the difference is, other than when you toggle, they show different ranks. So I'm assuming that what we're meant to do, because here, 500, 450 are the beginning, 500 for, I actually have no idea. I thought it would be like once you've maxed out here, you would, but the thresholds are actually different. So I don't know. What we're gonna do though, is we're gonna hang out on entry until I'm at least gold, I guess. And then we're gonna go to intermediate, and then we're gonna go to the one after that if we get there. But we're just gonna go down the line and alternate tasks per category. So like today, I'm gonna do the top of each one. Should be 12 tests in total, I think. And then we're gonna call it. And then tomorrow, I'll do the bottom of each category. And we're gonna follow that up with a typing test. And that's gonna be the daily routine. And then when I'm done improving, sometimes I might stay on, play some games. Sometimes I might not. But yeah, that's the plan, man. That's, yeah. So we're gonna stay on entry until we're gold. Just go through the whole list, half the list every day, and see what we can do. So I'm reloading my Zin, and then we're gonna get started on strafe shot entry, which I'm already gold at. So hopefully I get to plat, and that might even get me out of Iron 1, which would make it so that I have to change my layout. Okay. So I don't know, I genuinely don't know how I should be aiming here. I'm just gonna get in a semi-relaxed position, and we're gonna go. And I think these guys are gonna move. Yes, they are. Oh, this is rough. These guys are elusive. I tell you what, we are not getting platinum. My score tanked. We're off to a great start. Did everyone have the same idea as me? That's a lot of players. I swear it was like 2,000. Granted, I think I did it in the morning, so I don't know. But anyways, like I said, we're skipping one every time, so maybe I just did it on. Oh, it's a weekly leaderboard. Okay, so that's my old score. So 481 last year, 421 this year. We're off to a great start. We are going to hit Pentaflick entry now, and this will have them completely stationary. Much more my speed. Cannot believe I missed. Let's go, baby. 8:35. We're on the come up. Whew. Oh, that's 1-2. I thought that meant like I missed one shot. Why is it saying 98.8 to 98? Okay, I had the exact same accuracy, but it said I did better this time. I don't know. Cool. So, down one, up one. Up next would be deflick, so we're going to switch to fly shot. This should be chaotic. Yeah. This is sniping in Black Ops 3 multiplayer. Actually, no. It's more like a low grab situation. This is more like using an M14 on Moon. As soon as I had that thought, I started popping off a little bit. Played a lot of Moon back in my day. Did worse than last time. It's okay. We've already improved once, and honestly, that's really all I need for a day one. So we're skipping lift shot. We're going to gentle shot. This should also be stationary, I think. I was wrong. They're moving very gently. This is that AD spam. Downrange. Except some of these are moving vertically a tad. And it's throwing me off. These guys are just spawning in on their deceased brethren. It's also throwing me off. I feel like I'm choking free kills. That felt bad. That was bad. And it's only going to get worse. Alright. So if you didn't see the scoreboard in the beginning, tracking is by far my worst category. So this is going to be horrendous. I also hardly have any audio. I feel like I used to get audio on tracking challenges of, like, you know, my bullets hitting the thing that I'm tracking. And it would be like a pretty satisfying bursty sound when I do hit. And now I'm not. And it's kind of killing the vibe. My accuracy went up because I honestly just kind of held the trigger forever last time. My score went down. It's fine. We're going to take a quick audio engineering break. If I can figure out how to do that. Settings, audio, crank volume, weapon volume, enemy weapon volume. Okay, maybe that's good. I quit the game. I hit exit and I exited the game. Phenomenal. Still not as bad as the time I went to force close Apex on PlayStation and I accidentally deleted the entire application. So we're going to go back to benchmarks. I just did bounce track entry, so we're going to do droid track. We should have some audio now. So this one, it's like really in your face, I think. I'm trying to predict movement because it's way easier than reacting for me. It is difficult. This guy is wildly unpredictable. That's what I want to see the most improvement on by the end of this year. Because close range tracking, I'm like really, really bad. To match targets to your skill level. What do you mean? You want me to crank the speed, make the target smaller, and lower duration? I don't get that. Yeah, here's where we started having 2,000 players, and I'm 1,800. I'm terrible at tracking. And I don't think that I've done this one yet. So now, we actually are just kind of using the VMP on Blobs 3. this is like a close to mid-range gunfight, where the opposing operator is Kirby rather than Firebreak. Good hits, good hits. Okay, to be fair, he was dead by then, and we're bronze. We did it. All I had to do was play a task that I had not yet played, and we leveled up. Dual track entry. Whoa. This is a terribly unrealistic situation. When am I ever not controlling my own random strafe? What? That's weird. I could see, like, if I was going around the circle and he was strafing in the platform, but just random strafing out of both of us is insane. Ah, now we're switching. Okay, so this is a mixture. I'm showing a super heavy preference for the right side of the screen right now, and I honestly don't know why. I feel like that was the most COD-like of anything, and I didn't do as well as I would have hoped. But it's cool, because now we're moving to jump switch entry, which means they will be vertical. I'm shooting the Sony DVD logo right now. I'm gonna have to watch VOD and see if they ever hit the corner. Did his health regen? That felt good. That felt good. What the heck? It felt so good. I jumped straight from bronze 4 to silver 4. what did I get? Wait, I got 35% accuracy. I got 29% edge tracking. Is on the ideal edge of the target. What does that mean? Are you saying that I'm in front of the target sometimes? It's saying that that's my best tracking switching game mode by a long shot. So now we're going for gentle switch. That felt good. That felt pretty good. It looks like I performed horribly. Speed match between your aim and target. I was going really fast sometimes. That doesn't feel valid though. Does that include flick time? Or is that like while I'm tracking all over the place? I might just need to lower my sense. But I'm kind of a wrist aimer, you know? Also, I don't think I'm as loud as the game is, so I'm gonna crank it down a bit. I'm gonna have to watch this back later. We're gonna go for quick switch. We're going side to side. I have to go back and finish that kill. That one was actually really fun. I did not perform terribly well, but I enjoyed it a lot. My pacing actually kind of fit it very well. And they're straight up calling my aim shaky. That's disgusting. I hate it. But hey, that's the end of aim training for today. So let's take a look at where we landed. So overall rank is now silver 2. Sweet. So like I said, we're gonna get to gold. Maybe gold 2. I'd like to be at around like 450. But if I'm just straight up maxing out some of these categories, like gentle shot and micro bounce, I guess. Actually, micro bounce, I'm 1 off. I hope I beat that tomorrow. So, yeah. It, like, I don't know exactly how the rankings work, but I feel like I would start maxing these out. I don't really want to do that, you know? I don't want to go above what it'll let me get. So I may just go to intermediate kind of right away. But we'll see. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I might be better at the second half of these. I might not. But we'll see. So that's the aim training portion. We're done. We're a silver 2 aimer now. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a screenshot of this. And replace the other image with that. So take it over here, take it over here. Actually, how do I, because I wanted to just rename it. This might, yep, okay. Spoiler. Okay, I mean, shoot, it's pretty close. It's kind of from what I was, yeah. Alright, I'll take it. Cool. So we started Iron 1. Kind of unfair. I didn't realize that just playing these would beef me up so much. Because clearly, like, I am much better at the categories I had already played. Kind of unfair for me to have started myself in Iron when I was getting a bunch of golds up here. But it is what it is, you know. Maybe, I mean, it's day 1, right? Yeah, screw it. So we'll say that that's the real start. Start copy. Wait, I didn't realize that I had done that. Copy here. Okay. I'm gonna have to rename this, but actually I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. It'll disappear again. And then it will work and be cool. So aim, this one, change to you, okay, cool. So day 1 of aiming, we are silver 2. Not bad, not bad. I've been significantly worse at a lot of games, I think. I don't actually know that. I've been worse at League of Legends. My early life was spent on console shooters, so by the time I started playing ranked in like Halo 4, Halo 5, I was pretty consistently getting Onyx in SWAT and like placing platinum. So as far as shooting games go, I have never actually placed silver. It's because I've never done placings with a mouse. So this feels bad. But we're gonna spend a whole year training, so we'll get better. And now, on to the next portion of the stream. I have in front of me a ZSA Voyager. This is half of it. I have it profiled upward. I believe these are from 3D Keycap. I don't honestly know. I also still have the mount on, even though they are mounted to the side of my desk, and I just lost a keycap. But this is half of it. This is my left half. They are mounted to my desk at a pretty steep angle. And I'm on the graphite layout, which I started learning last year. I got to a decent speed, but I still haven't beaten my QWERTY on like a standard keyboard. So I haven't actually started using it daily yet. Honestly, the most use my Voyager gets these days is I switch it back to a QWERTY layer to play games. So what I want to do is actually use it, because like I said, it's mounted to my desk. It's super ergonomic. I think it will be just really good for me in the long run to use it consistently. So the second half of this is typing. Now my starting now, this one I just didn't prep for at all, because I don't know my current speed. I was around 40, 45, I think, at one point. That could be cap. I don't know. English 450K, I was probably not that fast. I was probably capping out at like 30. English 10, I might be a little faster. I honestly don't even know my own layout right now. I'm like really nervous to do this. But the segment's only going to get longer the more I stall, so I think I just have to jump in and focus up and try to remember my layout. Beds. Square. Roses. Minerals. Consumables. Okay, cool. So we now have our starting and our now currently. I'm just going to go ahead and update both of those. And this one, honestly, I expected typing to take longer, or aiming to take longer than it did. Also, you can't see it, but maybe you can see the fact that I'm stretching. To make room for my mouse to aim, like I said, I never switched to the Voyager as my daily driver, so I have my normal 70% QWERTY keyboard is just pushed back underneath my monitors right now, and to type numbers, since my Voyager doesn't have labeled keycaps, to type numbers and stuff, I'm still using, even like if I were to pull up a YouTube video or something, I would type YouTube on my QWERTY keyboard, even though clearly I do know kind of where the letters are on this keyboard. It's just not a habit yet, and so I need to make it a habit. So I believe when I was using KeyBR, it kept track of my time. I had a goal set for 30 minutes a day. That's kind of what I want to do here. It looks like it'll keep track of an overall session. But like I said, I didn't expect aiming to be as quick as it was. So I don't really want to, you know, overload with typing. I feel like that's not potentially as interesting, at least in terms of stream content. Actually, I don't think any of this is that interesting. I'm just doing it to keep myself accountable. So, yeah, we'll just fire it up. I'm just going to type for 30 minutes. And by 30 minutes, I mean this will probably be like a 45-minute segment because I'm going to spend a lot of time yapping in between tests. But it is tab enter, which I think is that. What? I had my fingers on WASD. Where is Z? Okay. Still 32, so it works. This is going to be pretty quiet. What? That can't be a word on its own. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is tough. Okay. So this one, I think I'm gonna end up cheating on. Also, look at that consistency. Holy cow! I type at the exact same speed. It's because I'm thinking the same amount between every letter. Of hey, I know where this letter is. How do I move my finger to it? But yeah, this I can feel that this is going to be bad content, so I'm just going to do 10 minutes on stream of typing every day, which should be like similar to the aim training stuff, assuming every aim labs benchmark is 1 minute, then that'll be 12 minutes of aim labs and 10 minutes of typing, with some yapping in between. So probably like a 45-minute stream every day. And then typing I will probably do offline, just because I want to take this a bit more seriously. Like I do want to get up to 30 minutes every day, but it's clearly not going to be good content, especially because I have to focus, at least for the time being, right? And once I get up there, if I start typing like 80 words per minute at some point this year, I think 100 might be when I start streaming it more, just because 100's like a cool number, you know. But 80 I might go from like 10 to 15 minutes on stream, just because I'd be able to like talk more while I'm typing. I don't think it would require as much brain power. But yeah, we're just gonna do a few more tests. I'll do the rest of it off stream. We can check my time every day, I guess, just to keep accountable. At the beginning of each stream, when I switch to typing, I can check my previous typing. But yeah, also, I don't think now is great. Let's actually do PB. So, well, I don't, because my all-time PB is 45 here. It's different. I don't, well, I'll do, this is tough. I will do 10K as like the stream benchmark all the time. So I started at 32 and now will just be like my active PB. I don't know if I've gotten higher than 35, but I will change it to 35. And we're just gonna keep going. I just straight up thought that was a different word. That was good. That was fast. I knew that was going to be fast. And then because I knew it was going to be fast, I started messing up. But yeah, that felt good until I started thinking. Sniff, I see your message. Holy cow. I'm fast as frick, boy. This is, I mean, it's not ranked typing. It is monkey type. I think that's, they have a leaderboard. I think it's what the quote-unquote professionals use. I've seen people flexing their speeds. But this is just me getting back into my Voyager and Graphite and stuff. This is my New Year's resolution. I did 12 AIM Labs things, and I'm going to do 10 minutes of typing, and I'm going to stream it every day this year. And at the end of the year, we're going to see how much I have improved. So I placed Silver 2 after all of my AIM Labs thingies. And my first test of the day was 32 words per minute. And this is not really meant to be entertaining. I would like for it to be entertaining, but it is mostly just a documentation of what I'm doing. And it's so that I can like relearn bits and pieces of OBS so that I can actually do fun streams on the side. I play COD on mouse and key. I have been grinding COD. I'm level like 166 now, Master Prestige. I finished all of the endgame camos. So I want to be able to aim better because I want to do like short and sweet zombie speedruns, like round 10 speedrun has a leaderboard. Easter eggs. I want to do zombies content at some point, and I also just think it would be sick to be able to turn on people with like Shroud level aim in multiplayer. So just trying to aim better, type better, be a better human all around. I thought about also doing like squats on stream, but no. I'm not trying to improve myself that much. 4BO7 swagged up. Yes. Yes, swagged up for BO7. Alright, 25 words. I'm not going to respond to you for the next 25 words. Let's go. I am a good streamer. Absorb. It's not where R is. Son of a gun. Potatoes. Bub. Routes. That was the wrong hand. I hit the right key on the wrong hand. I got R and N mixed up. Don't have an excuse for that one. Values, self, text. Let's go, baby. 37. Heck yeah. Did not beat 38. It's crazy that I have not typed in this layout for probably like 4 months, and I'm only like 8 words per minute off of my personal best. Granted, this was not the site that I used the most, but this is where I went to benchmark my speeds after doing the things on keybr.com, which is a fantastic website if you're like me and you decide that you want to relearn all of the dexterity that has been trained in your fingers over your entire lifetime. They do it key by key, which is why I'm not using them for this, because my speeds would more or less be capped for quite a while. Because like you start with the home row and then you unlock, like you hit your goal, which is 35 words per minute by default. At least I think it's default. It's what mine was set to. And then once you hit that with all of the keys that you currently have unlocked, you unlock a new key, and then you learn that, and your speed fluctuates, but it's almost always going to be plus or minus 15 of your target to unlock a new letter. So it would just make it really difficult for me to track my progress. Whereas here, I can just type words. I'm using the whole keyboard, more or less, and I know how quickly I'm typing. So that's why I'm diverting from my learning route in setting this goal. Some letters I have down really well, and then once in a while I just don't anymore, and that really screws me up. And then there's Z, which I see it once in a blue moon and I just always forget where it is. Let's go, baby. We're in the 40s. Holy cow. I should probably bump up my start to whatever my PB is at the end of this, because going up by 10 words per minute on my first day is probably a little unfair, especially since my previous PB was 45. You still here, Griff? What's your opinion on that? Should I run with my old PB, my first test from today, or my PB from today? What? All-time PB, today PB, or first test today? Which one should be my starting point? I saw that in my OBS preview before I saw that in my YouTube chat, and I don't know how that's possible. I might not have my YouTube chat pulled up. That might just be a different preview of my cumulative chat. I'm also live on Twitch, by the way. Sim. That's a hard word. Goodness gracious. I hope that's also hard on QWERTY. I'm not able to think about the QWERTY layout right now because that's not the layout I'm using. But symbols is a hard word to type. Start is whatever I started with today for shot. Yeah, I agree. You did take #1 chatter from my mother. Great job. I did a tech test right before this, and so my YouTube stream went from unlisted to public. I didn't like press go live again, and I thought I could get away with streaming today without anyone getting notified. And then like 1 minute after I make that switch, she's like, "Hey, you just popped up." I'm like, that wasn't supposed to happen. Thank you for watching. I appreciate the support. Yeah, I did do a little bit of research into like what I could do for OBS widgets. I looked for a monkey type widget. I saw, like I said, there is a competitive community that uses monkey type, so there certainly is something out there already. There's not like a pre-made monkey type widget, but I probably could do just a scraper for my personal runs, or they may even have an API where I could get a webhook such that when I hit a new PB or I submit a new time, I can ping my local. I would have to expose my local IP. I probably have an Amazon server somewhere. Yeah, just webhook to myself, and then if new time greater than current, do that. Yeah, I'll give that a shot post stream. I have hit an 11-minute session though, so I am done typing on stream for the day. This is not entertaining content. I don't want to subject potential viewers to this more than I have to. So I'm probably going to go offline now, unless I just boot up COD. Would you be interested in playing some COD, young man? Actually, let's go ahead and preview if I do boot up COD. What does that look like? I still have aim labs running in the background. 32. Let's go. There was zero improvement. I started at 32 and I ended at 32. Good stream. You be working out right now? Are you trying to boot up after the workout? Do you have any interest in playing multiplayer at all? Because like I said, I beat endgame. And I have infestation, so I kind of have finished the game. I just need multiplayer stuff and Warzone stuff. Let's go. Could be down. I definitely need to aim train, because yesterday I was playing and I was just like every other game I was switching between mouse and controller, and I'm so much better on controller. Like, I'm not really good at either one at this point, but dude, controller just like, it aims for you, brother. Dynamic aim assist, you don't have to be good at the game. You just have to not be dumb, and you get so many free kills. I'm telling you, bro, you can't be that rusty. Yeah, you just switch to dynamic, because I know for a fact you don't keep up with the game like I do. It's you're probably on standard right now. You switch to dynamic, and that's it. Like that, the game will aim for you. You will be much better. Your game sense will come back to you. Spawns are fairly traditional in this game. There's a little bit of squad spawning, but for the most part, I mean, they just spawn where you're not. But yeah, man. I don't know if I want to end stream or not. I definitely don't want that part of my overlay running while I'm playing this. I don't think anybody cares how fast I type when I'm playing COD. But what do I do? Do I just say like I'm silver in aim labs? I got it like that. I think that's easier than finding something else to fit in that spot. I could probably do like my KD down there, but that would just make me feel bad. Instead of playing a game and showing my KD and feeling bad, let's just hit up, what is it called? Zombies WR? ZWRGG. So this is where speedruns for like the weird stuff comes into play. They don't have 10 round speedrun in. Oh, exfil. Your exfil on 11 in this game? Yes. Yes, that is why it's like this. Both of my eyeball height monitors are widescreen, and I don't want to stare up while I do things. So I did this to make it work. Does it look terrible? Do I need to actually figure it out? Because at some point this year, if I am streaming every day this year, I'm gonna have to probably redo my monitors and get a 27-inch eye height and stream off of that. I just didn't want to do it yet. I thought this was good enough to get away with it. But if it looks like shit, I mean, I can probably just do it later today. So the exfil speed run for Ashes is currently sub 5, 423 on farm. Ganon Snipes is kind of the guy for exfil speedruns. I swear I've seen his name a lot. Does he have a 30 speedrun anywhere? Yep. He holds the 30 speedrun on 2 maps. And he holds Ashes by like 2 minutes. Look at other options. So you think widescreen is doable? I just have a dog shit imagination. My creative solution was not creative. Because with widescreen, the empty space will always be vertical, right? Because my screen is wider than yours. It would be sick if I had tall screen. Tall screen would be cool, because then I could stream it on TikTok. Maybe I just flip my monitor vertical. Duplicate monitor source. Put it as bottom layer. Add a Gaussian blur. Oh, so you just don't like the fact that like I have nothing behind chat and behind start and now? Like, you don't like the fact that I didn't fill up the black? because that is a pretty solvable problem. What? Add blur. I'm gonna do this shit live because I got it like that. All right, we're gonna. I don't know that I got it like that. We're gonna copy and paste main monitor. This one. Wait, no, actually, I want to paste it as a duplicate, and I can't do that for some reason. For vertical streaming, you just download Atom Vertical. That sounds like a medical term, and I don't know why. Atom. It sounds like I ate them. Okay. Display capture. Add existing main monitor. That's, yeah, that happens. We're putting it in the background. We are downsizing you significantly. I'm just gonna put like the center of my screen here because that's probably always gonna have something going on. We're gonna rename this to main monitor BG. Go to properties. No, go to filters. Add. I don't see Gaussian blur. I don't see a lot is kind of my problem here. Yeah, what properties? It's not in, I checked properties already. Image mask blend. Type blend multiply. I don't know what I'm doing. Might be an extra filter I have to install. Do I have all the NVIDIA filters? I don't know. I don't think so. I haven't touched OBS in years. This is, for the most part, a fresh install. Because I did the streaming stuff in like 2019, 2020, and since then I have wiped my computer multiple times. So I don't have my old overlay, I don't have any plugins, anything. You sent me speedrun.com/ I'm gonna leak our DMs real quick because I'm capturing my monitor. Maybe that works. No, this is just where it opens by default. We're gonna go here. And NVIDIA broadcast, video effects. Wait, what? Used in OBS Studio. But then why are they for specific GPUs? And why do they have to make me feel poor by having to scroll down so far because I have a 30 series? Okay. I don't like the fact that I left that unfinished. We're going to turn that off for now, and there's going to be a black background behind you. I don't have a camera only scene. I set up a single scene for this, and then because I sometimes record tutorials for work, I set up a second one that is just my top right monitor that is called work. So I'm gonna have to set up camera only scene. And I don't want to spin up a new scene midstream. I really don't want to do anything midstream. I don't like touching things because then they break. Also, my plan was to leave the stream title the same every day and just change the number, but I realized that I made it getting out of iron, and I've already gotten out of iron. So I have to come up with a new title tomorrow. Streaming's hard, man. Ludwig was right. I can't do this shit. That's Kath, actually. I could do this very easily. I'm just lazy. And I don't think that learning how to drive the boat while driving the boat is the ideal scenario. Discord is telling me that I have a notification, even though... Oh, shit, there it is. Someone did an at everyone for Grimace. My brain is overloaded. I don't know. Of grinding aim labs every day until diamond? No, that's I'll come up with something. I like doing the 1 out of 365 because that gives like stakes to a degree. It gives je ne sais quoi, right? Because I'm probably just gonna boot up stream like after work pretty much every day this year, and then on weekends or off days I'll go live whenever. But 1 out of 365 gives the opportunity to fail. And if I don't have the opportunity to fail, I mean, while I was setting this up, I looked through, like, I went and cleaned out my Twitter, I cleaned out all my old YouTube videos, and I did a lot of day X or part X stuff in the past, and then I just never finished anything. Because there really wasn't the expectation for me to finish anything. But when I say it's day 1 out of 365, I know I got 364 more days to go. You know I got 364 more days to go. If for some reason watching a silver man shoot circles for a little bit every day, then you know that you can catch me tomorrow. Yeah, no, it's there is that guilt wave when you miss a day, right? It's kind of the opposite of relapsing, where like I've quit a lot of drugs in my day, nicotine being a big example. I have to swap out my Zyn right now. But like, you know, if I've been nicotine free for 6 months and then I smoke a cig tomorrow, well, shit, I already smoked one. I might as well smoke it again, right? But when you keep score, right, 1 out of 365 rather than day 1, I feel like for me personally, it makes me less likely to relapse. And it just gives me the chance to bounce back to the point where, like, you know, if I miss tomorrow, I can still go live on Saturday and say day 2 out of 365. And then at the end of the year, I can have a tally of how many days I went live at the end of the year versus how many days there were in the year. Which I don't think I'll have to do. I think it would be cheese if I did that. Yeah, I'm not going to plan for failure. I plan for failure pretty frequently, but I'm not doing that this year. We're just going to get it done. Because it's genuinely stuff that I have had pretty solid streaks on in the past. And I'm publicizing it, and I'm just really afraid of being a failure again, especially having tried streaming in the past. Like it's a public platform. I tried it and I fucked it, and I really don't want to fuck it again. And that's why it took me so long to start it back up in the first place, was that kind of fear of failure. And now I'm doing it, and I'm reliant on that fear of failure to get me out of bed in the morning. Yeah, no, I fully agree. Streaming needs to be about fun. That's why I don't know if you were here at the beginning of my typing stream, but I had originally planned for 30 minutes of typing, and I just realized that would be dog shit content, because I have to focus really hard on the typing that I'm doing, and I can't talk and be entertaining. So I decided just to cut it down to 10 minutes. That part of the stream for me is purely an accountability thing, and it'll be a banger YouTube video next year. And I can even do like, monthly recaps and stuff. So I'm gonna get good content out of this. It's just not good content right now. And that's fine, because I'm a one viewer Andy. Okay, I do agree. It's okay to not talk for certain segments. Skill can take precedence over entertainment value as like a comedian person. But when I'm typing 30 words per minute, what fucking skill is on display there? The real skill will be, come August, right? I'm typing 97 words per minute, and I'm talking, and then you look at where I started, and it's like, oh shit, okay, this guy, he started at the bottom, now he's here, And then I'm gonna blast Drake and get copyrighted. I simply need a keyboard cam. Right. Yeah, but I also don't have labels on my... Alright, let's... I have an extremely messy room right now, so I honestly don't know how to do this without outing myself as a piece of shit. But the keyboard is mounted to the side of my desk, shoulders width apart. There are no labels on my keycaps. How is a keyboard cam going to be achievable and useful with this setup? 2 camera. You want me to wear shoulder-mounted cameras? Ear-mounted cameras? But the point is, even with a keyboard gamer, I don't have labels on the caps. I can't prove that I'm not using QWERTY. Like the interest is not there, IMO. And I thought that not having labels on my keys would be dope as hell. So I don't even have keys with labels. All of the caps for this text label in OBS. One, no. I'm not using Dvorak. I'm using graphite. Dvorak is like not that different from QWERTY, I don't think. Whatever format I'm using should be in title. Yeah, that's another thing I thought about that I didn't do today is when I switched, one, I need to go into just chatting when I finish AIM Labs and go to typing, and two, I should switch the title and include like my board and my layout. Because I think using a split keyboard is kind of like holy shit if you're not into keyboards, and then naming my layout means something if you are into keyboards. So I kind of hit both audiences with just 2 pieces of information. And yeah, that is true. Other typing nerds would love to find someone who's doing this, and I know that because when I got this keyboard, I watched so many, like, I learned this layout in 90 days type videos. I don't think they ever had hand cams though. What they did have is, you see it on like some speedrun streamers, usually the guys that get like 200-300 views hard capped. You know how they have like their controller inputs transparent on the screen? I could do that because I have key map. I could probably turn this into an OBS widget. This is my keyboard. Right? So I could go back to monkey type. The heat map isn't showing my labels, which is annoying, but it is showing like what keys I'm hitting to type my words. So I could just run something like this. I'm sure I could get a widget for this. Browser dedicated to just your stream. That's what this section of my profile is doing right now. I have live streaming is on my right. I have that. Google Chrome doesn't allow you to disable site previews. Oh. What, did I flash some shit that I shouldn't have? I don't know what I did or didn't do. Due to bad performance. Shit. I typed 1 word per minute, but I got 100% accuracy. Let's go. Wait. I just realized the video I'm watching. Did he hit? Is he allowed to do that? Did he hit the round 30 record in a 70 game? Gain snipes 24. He did. What? Did he just get all of the records in a single game? $34. 56. Damn. Round 100 speedrun in 52 minutes? Holy cow. What's this? What am I looking at? I don't think this has audio for stream, which is something else I need to fix. It's kind of banging out my eardrums. He's under the stairs in Jug Room. That's the free stun grenade. This is patched now. I don't think you can use PhD in the same manner anymore. I also have no idea what the tomahawks are for. He's running equivalent exchange. He's probably also running the Fox augment for Wisp D. But yeah, if you look at my recommended videos, you can tell like where all of my content ideas are coming from. Like I'm watching competitive COD, and then I have the burnt peanut, and his thing is like, he kind of did the same thing as me, except probably better. He did a podcast where he said like, yeah, I tried streaming for like 3 or 4 years, and I just did it as human. I thought people enjoyed watching other people just for being good at the game. He was like a top Escape from Tarkov player, and he wanted people to watch him for being good at the game, and he made like tutorials and shit. And then he said, you know, he turned it off for a while, and he came back, and it was just have fun. Literally just have fun, be entertaining. And he said that he now is bad at the game, not intentionally, but just like for sake of not trying as hard, because all of his brain power goes to entertainment. And apparently he created his model and like all of his assets all on his own, which is fucking ridiculous, dude. That's something that I would really like to do, just for the sake of like privacy, you know? If I do become big dog, I don't really want people to know who I am. So I think becoming a VTuber would be cool. But right now, I mean, I have 1 viewer, and I just unlisted all of my old videos, and I can just do that again, right? Like, I have no idea who the Burnt Peanut is, and he probably had more than 1 viewer when he was being a human. So that's something I'll just figure out on the side, or make buku bucks and have someone else figure it out for me. But yeah, this guy's insane, and he has no competition. So now that this strat is patched, I want to become a god's gift to aiming, and I want to do simple, low competition speedruns, and just get a few records and fuel my ego. And then I want to compete in active categories, and generally just I want to do whatever I can to build community around Call of Duty again, because it makes me really sad to see the game dying, where like it was my childhood, and Halo is fully dead now. Yeah, just COD, but just COD is like a really wide category. Like there are obviously every map. There are tons of categories. Like you have speedruns, you have high rounds, You have challenge runs. There's a custom zombies community. I'm sure I could find like some of those tower challenge maps. I'm sure you could be competitive in those. And then there's like the competitive aspect of COD, where if I get really good at aiming, I could probably fry some kids online. I genuinely, I just don't want to see COD go away. I want to build community around Call of Duty as a whole, as a product. I want to see game modes kind of merge in terms of player base. I want to compete, and I want to have people around me to compete with. So, step one is becoming competitive enough myself that I can be in the conversation. So that's where aim training comes into play. Typing comes into play just because that's like a skill that I desperately need to have. And then it's just boot up the game and hope for the best, man. Because like, I have one, maybe two friends online at any given time. I used to have so many friends. The game used to be popping. And now it's not. This is the worst selling COD ever. This actually might be worse than like COD 3. Like it's bad. Which really sucks because I think BO6 was a good game and this is obviously BO 6.5 and people just don't like the business model. But I mean, dude, if you think back to what we used to deal with, like going from MW2 to Black Ops 1 to MW3, everyone said MW3 was just MW 2.5. And that was a game that you paid $60 for, and then you paid $50 more for the season pass. And now it's like we're getting equivalent content to back then, but you don't have to buy DLC anymore. And G Beals is online. And it's like, why are we mad now? I mean, with inflation, I think a $70 game now is cheaper than a $60 game back in the day. I don't actually know if that's true. I don't know my inflation math like that. But I swear to God, we're getting more content for less money now, and people are still like, yo, Activision sucks. And I'm not saying they don't suck, but they publish really good games. Like, COD works because it's always worked. Because it works. I don't care if my logic is circular. It is a good product. And people just don't want to play it. It makes me sad. And Sniff is still working out, but he's online. But man's typing "but" in my chat and then not following it up with anything. And the suspense is killing me. And I have a free double weapon XP token. We didn't have this shit back in MW3. You didn't get free stuff. You had to do a bannable glitch to get negative infinity prestige tokens to get free stuff back in MW3. Which makes that a really bad example because like you could have unlimited double XP. Whereas now it's like every other day they'll give you a token. But it was a bannable glitch. If you went like negative 100, I think that was around the point where they started banning you. You ever do that glitch, Griff? I personally didn't, but I know it was either David or Jeff or probably both. They had like negative 20. They were up there. Dude, check out this loadout. Because I'm being an absolute weirdo completionist, I'm using... Actually, I took it off so that I could put on the underbarrel launcher, or the steady aim laser. Because I need to hip fire and get noob tube kills for camos. And I just realized I didn't use my launcher a single time in the last game I played. But I have been rocking a thermal 6x scope on my AK-47. And boy, has that made me feel bad at the game. I just realized I called my game capture for any full screen game aim labs, and that is recording my game audio right now. I did not anticipate that. How do I switch? On YouTube, I'm not in any game in particular. I'm gonna switch my category on Twitch. And we're just gonna stay live for a while. Maybe forever. I don't know. I genuinely don't know how to change my category on Twitch. Stream manager. Got it. Nope. Where edit stream info. Go live notification. I don't know what my go live notification should be. We're gonna figure that one out later. Because I'll probably never click go live for any other reason than doing my dailies. So my go live notification should be something about that. But I'm just gonna go ahead and change my title. We'll keep the number in there, but we're gonna say getting out of iron to silver, silver surfer, silver slammer, silver slammer plays pubs in the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 category. Done. Your boy got 45 followers on Twitch. Kind of a big deal. That's I don't want to close that tab, but I don't want to. I have heard the logic of some of the big streamers, like XQC and Mr. Peanut. Supposedly neither of those creators ever look at their own viewer count. So I'm doing everything I can to also not know my viewer count. Which is difficult because I don't... Actually, I can open chat over here. I'm trying to figure out the tools that I have available to me, you know? No channels enabled. That explains a lot, actually. Wow, that's annoying. Anywho. Okay, cool. Now I have chat up. I have my preview up here. I am live. Okay, cool. I don't know what to have up over here. Alright, we're just gonna boot into game. Place in new. I kind of want to go into hardcore. Kind of want to go. Actually, I'm all over the place, brother. I want to keep OBS up for a little bit just to make sure that my audio mixing is not buns when I get into game. And did I ever swap out my Zin? I actually have no idea. The only time I talk this much is during the workday. That's another reason it took me so long to get back into streaming. 99% of my job is talking. And I'm not a very social human being. But I got a fat jug of water, so I will never be dry. Yeah, if everyone's running flak jacket in this lobby, I will probably quit and go hardcore. Okay, I did not hear the game for a second, but it turned out there was just nothing to hear. Okay, hold on. This is my audio test. I feel like the mixing there is pretty good. It gets as loud as I do. I don't know if that's good mixing or not. Also, Mr. Groupie Bears typed butt and then never typed again. And I don't know if my chat bugged out or if he just left on the fattest cliffhanger of ever. And we're gonna get absolutely hork slammed this game because I need noob tube kills and hip fires. I am using an AK. And I don't think that's how you're supposed to use an AK. But we're fighting, it's not Ash. So, all might be well and good. And I am not paying attention to the objective. Little known fact, kids. If you want to win the game, you gotta play the objective. I know.
Enemy UAV detected.
Might sound controversial, but I'm telling you, if you want to win the game, you gotta play OBJ. Because if you don't, then who will? You know?
UAV established above. Hardpoint active. Got the hardpoint.
I heard a guy calling me an OBJ warrior last night. I still don't know what that means.
The field took the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Because what the hell do you mean OBJ warrior? I'm on the objective because it gives me more points. Because it's how you win the game. Does that make me a tryhard that's bad at the game? Is winning bad now?
Enemy UAV detected. Hostile counter UAV above. Hardpoint identified.
I mean, I'm using a noob tube on an AK. You can't really call me a sweat.
Hardpoint is active.
So you're just gonna call me an OBJ warrior instead.
Hardpoint locked down. Hostile UAV established above.
It don't make no sense, brother bear. By the way, I keep looking top right, because that's where my entire preview of the stream is,
The field took the hard point.
including the chat. So I'm making fake eye contact with myself and eyeballing chat, and I'm probably gonna do that like all the time for the rest of my life. And I'm probably gonna hate demons all the time for the rest of my life. God, if this is what silver aim looks like, oh god.
Hardpoint located. Enemy UAV detected.
They're gonna think I'm cheating when I hit platinum.
Enemy CUAV established overhead.
That was what we waited for? You left me on the longest butt cliffhanger of ever. Just to say you love eye contact? Enjoy the leaf, brother bear. I hope you pee on. You silver slammer, you.
Hostile UAV established above.
Slammed. Slammed.
At the hard point.
I want to go.
Hard point identified.
Why am I so slow? Why am I so slow? Holy cow, I got one. Is that what a scrambler does?
Hard point is active. Hard point locked down.
Did he scramble my bridges? I've never seen that aspect of a scrambler before. Granted, I haven't used an RCXD
Good. We're in the
in,
lead. Maintain current
I
posture.
don't know, 12 years. So maybe it always did that, but I don't think it did. You know? What? He was back there, let me tell you.
The field took the hard point.
Wait, does this count as hipfire? Because this might be cheese.
Hard point located. Got the hard point.
Daily challenge. Ready for anything.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Oh, so that's 15 kills with launcher. I think it's 20 total, so I only need 5 more.
Enemy UAV
This
detected.
noob tube kinda hard. Kinda hardy my party. Shout out to Tom.
Hard point locked down.
Tom Hardy, the Riddler. Why are you there?
Took the hard point.
Chat. How do you entertain people live on a youtube.com/livestream? How are you shooting me?
You are incoming. Got the hard point. Be advised. Enemy watchdog helo incoming. Hostiles have the hard point.
Honestly, my biggest hope is that
The field took the hard
I will get my reaction time faster.
Hard point is active. Hard point locked down.
But tracking and switching in aim training should do that. Because that's like one of my biggest flaws. I swear when I'm playing a game, I have like a 500 ms reaction time. And that's not normal. Dude, that's beyond bad. That's like, it's a neural deficiency, is what that is.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hostile
And
UAV
that's not
established
really where I want to be in life.
Enemy CUAV established overhead.
I kind of want to be better than neurally
Got the hard
deficient.
point.
That's a double kill. Bada bing, bada boom.
The field took the hard point.
And that is my last nuke. Wait, whoa, what? What the heck? There are a lot of achievements in multiplayer.
And I'm
What?
in their system.
I've never been in that
Curse
menu
you, Black
before.
Ops.
What's cooler than a black background? How do I? Bingus, bingus, bongus, bing bong. Wait, is Griffy Bears live? What? Twitch.tv. Does he stream on Twitch or YouTube or both? Holy cow, he's live. How long has he been live? 20 minutes? When's the last time he chatted in my stream? Wait, were you not working out before? What? When did Twitch get a playback player? Is this live? I don't think there's any audio coming through, but I tune into Griffin's stream and he's just out of breath talking about the same shit that we were talking about like 10 minutes ago. Except he's saying like he's saying stuff that I was thinking. I don't think I said any of it out loud. At least not directly and not in the way that he's saying it. But he's like, yeah, you won't have fun and you will not be able to sustain the hobby of content creation if it is not for fun. And that's like, yeah, it's you can find success in being a soulless culture goblin trend follower, but your success will be short-lived and it will feel empty. And I think the beauty of streaming and content creation is that when it first started, and when Griffin and I first found people doing it, and bought our HDPDRs, and started our first YouTube channel, it wasn't like, yo, I gotta do this because other people are doing it. It was, yo, that's awesome. You can just record yourself playing the game and people will watch it. That's what's sick. That's the creative freedom that has been optimized out of the game of content creation. Wait. I mean, dude, if you look at like the first 10 YouTube videos I ever posted, you can't, because I don't know if they've been permanently deleted, but at the very least they're unlisted on a channel that I don't have access to. But if you look at those videos, like I wasn't doing it for clout or for money. I had a genuine love of not the game, but gaming in general. And I wanted to secure my spot in the community, not in the fucking algorithm, you know? And then, I mean, you look a few videos after that, and I'm 12 years old. I'm doing a full face cam vlog in my game room of like some drama about a high school kid getting suspended because he had like 10K subs on YouTube, and I wanted to ride that wave. And it's like the whole game, all of content creation kind of routed my brain from a very young age. And I'm just trying to fight back now. Like, I just want to love the game, and I want to share my love of the game, and I want other people to love the game as well. That's where all of this is going. It's going to... I want to be good at this. Not because I want to compete. Not because I want to win the championship. I want to be good at this because I want to be a voice of authority when I tell you that this is good shit.
This is not what I signed up for.
And boy, does that infestation camo look good. Golly gee willikers. Thanks. Thank you. I wanna go all the way. Holy cow. Griffin knows his body fat percentage. You know what I know? I know how to squeeze metal together. This is my off-stream New Year's resolution. I want to be able to shoot. Because long term, I want to be able to crush an unopened Coke can. Like I want to take the can out the box, out the fridge, and I just want to fucking. And I would pop and open from every angle. I want to be able to do that with my bare hands. Just one of them. But I also don't want to be horrifically muscularly imbalanced, so I'm training both things. But yeah, grip strength has always been
Stay tight.
another hobby of mine that I half-ass a lot.
Losing
And so
B.
I'm not gonna track it really this year, and I'm not gonna like go overboard, because usually I end up overtraining and then taking time off and then never really getting back into it.
We lost B.
Because normally, like, I'll get significant pain in my hands and wrists, and I delay recovery because every other day at minimum I'm picking it up and trying to close it and
You're falling behind,
seeing
Black Ops.
if it still hurts, and if so, how badly.
Hostiles released a skewer.
Um,
Locked down A. We're losing
and then it
target.
does hurt, and then I'm like, okay, fine, I will take some time off from this. I will put the gripper down, I will let the hand recover,
Hostile RCXD incoming.
and then after like
Skewer
a couple
incoming.
weeks, the hand will recover, but I don't know because I'm not picking up the gripper. And then I just never pick up the gripper again for months at a time.
Losing A.
And so this year, I'm just going to try really hard not to overtrain and just let things happen naturally. You know, get strong at a reasonable pace rather than, you know, thinking I can become Captain America tomorrow. There's a guy, and he's bad. I just heard a lot of silence bullets.
Securing B.
But yeah, I just don't want to overtrain this year. I want to get stronger consistently over time and follow the natural pace of things. If I can go the entire year training without a hand injury, that alone will make this a phenomenal year. Like I would be really, really happy with that outcome. I feel upgrade is not ready.
Enemy rhinos on the field.
Was that just horribly inaccurate?
Enemy UAV
Okay,
detected.
we're gonna make a real gun now, and we're gonna. So,
We're losing Alpha. Securing C.
a real gun? I mean, I'm not even gonna go back on. Oh, he has a rhino. Never mind. A rhino does not work like the evil from Overwatch. When the rhino dies, the guy's just dead. He's not popping out. Okay. One more for 3
Locking
Street.
down Bravo. Losing A.
Hey,
Charlie secured. We've lost
hey,
Alpha.
Palm Street. Stand by.
Taking Alpha.
Did you see me?
Hostile care package above.
I think you did. I'm tagged. I thought that was going to say stuck, so it's not as bad as it could have been.
There's a locked-off helo headed your way. Taking A.
We're going to hit 5. We're going to drop the bomb on him. We're going to hit 4. Going to go this way. I only got 1, which is kind of weird. We're going to run into 2 grenades. We're going to plop down a drone pod.
They're taking C.
We're really getting active with it. You know what I'm saying?
Hostile counter UAV
We're
above.
probably not gonna chow super heavily down range. Because this is an AK. I thought I could kill the guy that I was shooting at fast enough to switch to the guy in the car because it didn't really look like he saw me. But that was bad play. Oh yeah, he also on the ground. I didn't see him that time. That was the problem. I did not deserve that kill, but I appreciate it nonetheless. That sucks. Did you kill my friend? You did. Okay, I'm not gonna leave here. Griff is a diesel.
Losing Alpha. Taking C.
I still have the stream pulled up on
Enemy
one
UAV
screen,
detected.
and I just look over.
Zone C.
He's doing a workout stream, and between sets, his rest
Enemy RCXD on the
is
hunt.
a game of Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Hostile release secure.
I refuse to be
Bravo
skewed.
zone secure. Net call. Napalm strike inbound. Losing Bravo.
I'm scrambled. They topped him.
Bravo
That was
lost.
unfortunate. And they hit nothing. That guy, when he jumped, I thought he was ragdolling because he died. Grenade.
Skewer incoming.
I used to run flak tac 24/7. Does tac mask affect the RC?
Enemy care package dropping.
Does that make it immune to scrambling?
Taking B.
Because that would be still tight.
Lockdown.
I thought that was good chow.
Losing B.
Yeah, it was not.
Hostile UAV established above. Losing Bravo.
What?
We lost B.
There was so many noises.
Securing B.
Tag.
Bravo is ours.
I'm riffing.
Sit rep. Hostile
Over 300
interceptor
kills on this reticle. I tell you, brother, it is non-stop. That's one of the game, but... So, yeah. Hey, oh,
Be advised.
I'm gonna die.
Hostile interceptors are making a second attack.
Nope. Yo. Schneisty, schneisty. I just want to cross into their house and then kill everybody. Is that too much to ask? Apparently.
Losing B. Losing Bravo.
Griffin's chat says, why does 15 and 50 sound the same? Griffin's talking about wanting to get to 15% body fat.
Mission's a bust.
I do
RGB guilty.
believe that'd be an insane goal to try to get to 50% body fat.
Enemy squad leader.
What do the cool kids do to fill dead time around here? Y'all got any hee hee ha ha's? I got hee hee ha ha. Dang it. Editing these videos is going to be a pain. Because I'm not recording locally right now. I don't really have the space to do that. So I'm going to have to pull down my own VOD. And then cut and record my VOD? What? I'm gonna just have to come up with a solution at some point, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do it for the love of the game. I don't even have any video editing software right now. I'm thinking about getting like the full Adobe suite. I've been thinking about that for a while now. That was one thing, honestly, that kept me away from streaming, because I think more in YouTube videos, and I think it's just really difficult to make it as a streamer compared to as a YouTuber. Because YouTube videos, they're up forever. Streamers, you can only watch me as long as I'm live. That guy just hit 2 collabs in a row.
Hostile personnel have captured the hard point.
That'll kill a train of thought. Hey, you. Man said fuck. Yeah, I'd say fuck too. You hate that shit. And then you gotta split 5 on. It might have actually even been split between the collapse, in which case it's like a leisurely fight.
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint locked down.
But I'm locked in. I'm locked in. We're getting kills.
Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
We're not. We're not locked. Lock out. Lock out. Undo. I didn't know it works like that. I do know. Honestly, now that I'm on to the gold challenge, I don't even really think I should continue using the AK.
Control the hardpoint. Hostile personnel.
Holy cow, that's a guy.
Hardpoint identified.
Cause yeah, part of my plan, honestly,
Hardpoint active.
is to like get the BS out of the way. So like, I did snipers first. I'm not a sniper.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
So I did the M15 first because it's the first AR you get, and I was like, yeah, this is fun. And then I did snipers. And then I did the Warden because it's practically a sniper. And now I'm doing the AK just because I had already done the M15. What is that guy doing? He is not of this earth. Yeah, don't take a sniper.
Hardpoint is active. Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint.
Release napalm strike on my
So, I'm just on the AK now. I really don't have a reason. Kind of why it's so easy for me to lose that train of thought. But I want to get all the FO, right? So, snipers, Warden. Part of my plan was to just do all of the headshots. And then I was like, oh, the AK has noob tube challenges. Like, that's some BS. I should get that out of the way as well. And then after that, and hipfires, which are also BS. Well, now I'm just on to gold. I might as well finish out the gun.
Hostile skewer inbound. Hardpoint active.
That's good. Didn't hit me.
Establish UAV above. Razor piloting RCXD.
Okay.
Door confirming dog deployment.
Lead is ours. Not let up.
Door thinking skewer target.
Brother is not still in the window. So that's good news. I don't have very many bullets. I'm out of bullets. That would have been cool if I could hit my shots. Will you tell me? I just need one more UAV. We're gonna go for a hard wall.
Hardpoint is active.
And that was a bad idea, because they have spawns. Except I think we
Hardpoint locked down.
took spawns. I cannot tell if we're challenging or not. We pushed up a little too hard. There's my goal.
Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint.
That was optimal.
Hardpoint identified.
I already have another classmate.
Authorizing UAV operation. Rim requesting care package deployed.
Hardpoint active. We control the hardpoint.
This is my MXR with the attachment that I've never used. Gives me a semi-auto build that I think one-shots to the head, but I really don't know.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Razor piloting RCXD.
I
Hardpoint
might
lockdown.
need damage barrel on it for that. I guess we'll never know.
Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint. We control the hardpoint. Hardpoint located.
I did not watch myself go to shoot that guy. I just assumed that I would kill.
Hardpoint is active.
Okay, I was looking at a different part of my screen when I pulled down to shoot.
Hardpoint locked down.
I didn't think he went out that way.
Hostile personnel
I thought he was going to hug this corner. He
RCXD
did kind of. He jerked me.
Rim requesting
Very
hostile
effective
skewer on my
jerks.
track.
control the hardpoint. Hostile maneuvering.
Razor requesting skewer.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
It took me forever to fire that pistol. Am I crazy? What beeping am I hearing?
Tossing EMP. Hostile UAV established above. Hardpoint
That's just
identified.
always a free kill.
Hardpoint locked down. captured the hard point.
Deploy skewer in my AO.
Hard point active.
That's air spawn. Just had to make sure.
Razor piloting RCXD.
Hostiles have the hard
Okay.
point.
This sucks.
We control the hard
Am I crazy?
Enemy UAV detected. Enemy throwing stun. Hostile
I'm
personnel
feeling
have
a
captured the hard point.
3-shot kill with a semi-auto with 10-round mag. I don't know if that's
Hard point
true
located.
or if I'm just
Hostile UAV
hitting
established above.
multiple people every time I shoot. Because that was a 2-shot.
Hard point locked down. Enemy care package detected overhead. Trust them while they're on them. Yeah.
But that was 3. Yeah, no?
Hostile care package above. Hostiles have the hard point.
Yeah. This thing says plus damage, but I'm not buying it. We're gonna take that off. We're gonna put on.
We control the hard point.
I have an optic muzzle. Honestly, just
Hostile
give
personnel have
me an
captured the hard
extended
point.
mag. Right? Am I
Enemy dog
crazy?
established on your grid. Hard point identified. Hard point locked down.
I'm approving skewer target.
The real problem here is definitely the terminal. Terminal. The
Control
terminal.
the hard point.
But that part is non-negotiable. I just need kills with thermal. I'm at about 300 out of 500.
Enemy UAV detected. Hard point locked
And
down.
I was using it in hardcore for most of yesterday, and everyone had cold-blooded. It was kind of crazy. It was hardcore free-for-all. And it was impossible to tell if I was seeing nothing or if I was seeing a guy that looked like
Your role
nothing.
in today's success.
Performance noted. Maintain focus.
I wonder, is it okay? One day I work out, the other I don't. So the other day I work out, like one day, yes, one day. No, one day, yes. Yeah, one day. What? That guy just described like the optimal routine. No? Rest days are critical to exercise. I'm squeezing. 3, 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, 8, a 9, a 10. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, 8, a 9, a 10. I think that 10th made contact. I actually have no idea. It started to hurt a little bit. Started to hurt a little bit. I'm gonna be so mad if I injure myself. Because there have also been times where I have injured myself pretty noticeably, and then I don't start taking it easy right away, and I just try to push through it for like forever. That screws me up really bad. Really, really bad. Do not recommend it. I'm gonna go ahead and put the sniper scope on this guy. Just to have another one in the chamber, you know. That's terrible. Give me a quick draw. Also, I don't think I need a stock on this. So we're gonna go compensate. I don't know. Could be a good build. Could be bad. Ugh. I'm getting hungry bears. I'm a hungry herbivore.
Hardpoint.
And plants are what I'm hungry for.
Surveillance. I want it pristine. Control the hardpoint.
I don't eat insects, don't eat critters, just give me some of them darn critters. Hungry herbivore, and those are what I'm hungry for. I don't eat insects, don't eat critters, just give me some of them darn critters. I don't know the rest of the song.
Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint.
But I'm a hungry herbivore. Plants are what I'm hungry for.
Black Ops took the lead. Do not let them keep it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a watch party of that song. I'm gonna figure out how to get my desktop audio to pick things up.
Hostiles are inbound. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
I feel like I did something wild and wacky at some point
Control the hardpoint.
to like not give OBS permission
Hostile
into
personnel
desktop
have captured
audio.
the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Golly. Well.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Control the hardpoint.
I really don't know.
We've closed the lead. Widen the gap. Hostile UAV established above. Skewer release detected. Hostile counter UAV above.
Enemy grenade!
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint active. Hostile
I really
personnel have
don't
captured the
know.
hardpoint.
I'm getting slammed. I'm getting slammed. Holy cow. You're a clown with an eye on. I've never seen that before.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. UAV
I child the man I won.
Enemy UAV detected. Control the hardpoint.
We're just firing down range and hoping for the best, brother. We're just hoping.
Hostile skewer inbound.
I want to kill the other guy. Zoo. Maybe. Got him. Right in the keister. Yes, sir. You didn't know that I knew that you would know that I would know that you would spawn there. You didn't. You shouldn't have been there. Hey-o.
Skewer release detected.
I got nothing but very high level strafes for a silver surfer. I will always love you.
Scout all standing by.
Homina.
County Guard shot kilo in my
Ah,
Hardpoint active.
I really wanted that kill. I wanted it so bad.
Flying hunter killer.
What? He's Griffin now. He's got a Goomba under the desk. That's him. Cool. There's the under the desk support.
Hostile
God.
counter UAV above. Hostile UAV
Abuse.
detected.
That's the word I was looking for.
We control the hard point.
Am I allowed to say that on stream? Abuse. Animal abuse. That doesn't seem like something I should be accusing my friends of.
Hard point identified.
Hostile setbacks.
I'm gonna slurp on it till it squirts.
Hard point is active. Hostile personnel have captured the hard point.
I'm overstimulating myself.
Enemy UAV detected.
I'm the only person in here. I feel like my stream cannot possibly be that entertaining.
CUAV established over.
I am overstimulated. I have way too much going on. I have my friend pulled up on my right. I have myself pulled up on my up. I have a game in front of me that I'm playing. I have thoughts in my head that I have to get out. Otherwise, you lovely viewers won't know what I'm thinking. And
Hard point located.
I think that's it. Doesn't actually sound like that much. Like, yeah, I'm a human being with a bunch of monitors.
Hard point
Yeah, that's
locked
pretty
down.
much it. Yeah, it's a lot,
Hard
dude.
point active. Hostile on the hard point.
There's a reason that I've had this 4-monitor setup for multiple years now.
Skewer release detected.
And these days I only use 2 of the monitors. Like when I first got this setup, it was dope. Primarily because I was doing like a lot of
Hard point locked down.
not personal projects, like they were my job at the time, but I was a one-man team doing web development and learning web development at the same time. So 4 screens was actually like a perfect amount.
Hard point
Because I
identified.
had 1 monitor for writing code, 1 monitor to like test and control my output,
Hard point is active.
1 monitor for
Control the hard point.
like Stack Overflow and WikiHow,
Hostile personnel have
and
captured the hard point.
the final monitor was like Subway Surfers. You know, just whatever. It was the entertainment monitor. So anytime I thought about something, I could pull it up and get a little break. And then I could just pause it if I needed to lock in and maybe like research. But you know, most of my time spent developing is honestly spent typing, because
Release detected. Enemy UAV
What?
detected.
most of my time developing while at a setup is spent typing.
Hard point active.
Because I have a very locked in brain, which is kind of why I haven't streamed in forever. I have to be all in on something, otherwise I won't do it. And honestly, when I did go all in on streaming, I didn't go all in, which is kind of weird, but
Hard point locked down.
yeah, I'm an all or nothing
Hostile counter
personality.
UAV above.
So when I was learning how to develop, I was thinking about how to develop every second of the day. So I would sit down at my desk mostly just to entertain myself or to complete my work. Like to get my thoughts out on paper in layman's terms. I don't know if there's a cool idiom
Hard point is active.
for simply writing code.
Skewer released.
But like, I would think about the solution like at night when I'm going to bed, or just I'd sit on the couch and think for an hour or two, and then I'd come back and I'd know exactly what kind of code I'm gonna write.
Hardpoint locked down.
So instead of Subway Surfers, it was actually Dragon Ball. I watched all of Dragon Ball while teaching myself how to code while coding
Hostiles have the
professionally.
hardpoint.
And so I'd lay down, I'd relax, I'd think about the feature I want to implement and how to implement it,
Hostile personnel
and
have
then I'd
captured
sit
the
down at my
hardpoint.
desk and I would turn on Dragon Ball, and I would just like type out the code very monotonously, because I already knew exactly
Hardpoint active.
what I wanted to do and
Hostiles
exactly
have the
how to do it.
hardpoint.
And then I would pause Dragon Ball if I needed to look something up or if I needed to debug.
Hardpoint locked down.
That was my life for a few years. So I got pretty
Hostile
used to
personnel have captured the
the
hardpoint. Hostiles are inbound.
full monitor setup, and I saw value in it, and I learned how to code in that time.
They have the lead. Take
And
it back.
I picked up other hobbies
Control the hard
than
point.
code. Like I started playing those again.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
And so now in my free time, I don't think about code at all.
Hardpoint identified.
And I actually have free time. And so that means I don't get to watch Dragon Ball at work anymore.
Hardpoint is active.
Because when I'm working,
Hostile personnel have
I'm
captured the hardpoint.
thinking as much as I'm typing.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Facing LGDR target.
And honestly, it's just kind of like a pain to look it up frequently.
Control the hardpoint.
So
Hostile personnel have captured the hardpoint. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
I think when I first got this, I was,
Zero. Close the deal.
well, I didn't have mounted keyboards. It was one thing, so my chair sat a little higher. Like right now,
Hardpoint locked down.
my eyeballs are, I mean, I'm leaning back a little bit, so my eyeballs are center of
Hardpoint
my lower
located.
monitors. But back then I was like probably eyeball height with my webcam,
Hardpoint active.
so I would look anywhere and I would have whatever I wanted to look for. And now it's like, oh, I'm not putting Stack Overflow up there. I'll get a crick in my neck reading a thread about a problem that is not the one that I looked up. You know?
We control the hardpoint.
This is a really long game and I'm doing it really poorly. And I don't know how to fill time anymore. And
Hardpoint
I'm laying
identified.
back and I kind of just want to lay down for a bit.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Probably gonna get off and get some food and watch Stranger Things after this.
Hardpoint is active.
Uh,
Enemy UAV.
but the moral of the story is, even though I have 4 monitors
established overhead.
and I keep them all like plugged in and set up, I really only use 2 on a daily basis.
Skewer release detected. Would appear we had a strategic misalignment.
Phenomenal last game of the day. Probably not last game. I may get on later with Griff, but I do also have work tomorrow, and I have some stuff for work to be done beforehand. So I may be on. I may not. We will see. But that's all she wrote for today. I will catch y'all on the next one. my streams will be evening based. So I'm gonna work, and then after work, I will either eat or boot up stream immediately. I haven't really decided yet. Probably eat and then stream. And yeah, that'll have me going live at like 6, 7, 8, 9 every day. Yeah. So that's the game plan. And we will make it work. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright, man. Goodbye, man.